You know, Kathy, one of the most important things we can do as leaders of our department is to create a workplace culture that fosters a sense of belonging. When our staff feel accepted and included, that creates a really strong sense of trust that raises levels of engagement and collaboration and staff satisfaction.
An example that stands out for me, Josh, is your attendance at our staff appreciation luncheon.
Right.
One of the administrative assistants recently shared with me that she had an opportunity to sit next to you and that you were engaged in the conversation in addition to really being curious about her at a level that was more personal, her achievements, you know, what was going on in her life and so forth. That really made her feel respected, supported, and recognized. A really simple gesture that meant a lot.
Absolutely, and that's an easy thing to do. And it actually reminds me, I heard a similar anecdote from one of our staff. This was someone who had just recently joined the department. She was welcomed to her new work unit, and the leader of that work unit, in introducing her to the group, used a phrase in Bosnian, which she had learned was her first language. And it really meant a lot to her that he not just took the time to learn a little bit about her, but also learn a little bit of her language in welcoming her to the group. Just a terrific thing to do.
Yeah, very, very good example of how one of our leaders really made that concerted effort to foster a sense of belonging to a new employee.
Sure.
Being intentional about making sure everyone feels they matter and have a voice is so important, as you know. To encourage this in our team settings, we developed a table tent, a visual reminder that shares our values. Be respectful, set the example, treat attendees with mindful regard. Everyone matters. Listen for and solicit input from all attendees, including those participating remotely. Share your perspectives, engage and welcome others' points of views. Trust and acknowledge. Give recognition to individual and team contributions. We found that these table tents encourage participants to speak up and share their ideas, whether attending in person or remotely. It's really promoted and fostered that sense of a belonging and that communication and collaboration that's so important when working with cross-site teams.
Sure. I remember seeing that and thinking it was such a great idea. Another great idea, probably the last one I would mention, is how all members of our department are looking for ways to get out from behind their desks and be together in the same room working on something that they care about. And what I'm thinking about is the pro bono and jam sessions that we do each month. So pro bono, as you know, is a phrase that refers to doing legal services for low-income individuals. And our pro bono and jam is a little bit of a play on PB&J, peanut butter and jelly, because we do this over the lunch hour. And what we do is we have all members of our department, from attorneys, paralegals, administrative assistants, come together, and we go to an online website that allows us to find and answer legal questions submitted by people within the community who are low-income individuals. This is something that really brings people together in answering the questions. Everybody contributes very often. In fact, the administrative assistants and paraprofessionals are more helpful than our attorneys. And so bringing everybody together, something they can connect to personally, professionally, has done a wonderful job of making people feel like they all belong to the same team. So I'd say, in summary, taking an interest in our staff, recognizing differences as pluses and not minuses, and then looking for opportunities to come together to do things that we all feel a personal and professional connection to. That's what helps foster a sense of belonging in our department.